Hey everyone, I just wanted to talk about a few of my all-time favorites. I know a lot of these stuff on YouTube, you put them into top tens or something like that. But for me, when it comes to like genres, mediums and stuff, it's always the top three because the top ten they're all fighting for popularity in my head, and it's like I might like one more than the next day, but I feel like with the top three, it's a pretty concrete thing. It's set in stone. So the first one is Gigi Allen. He's the king of punk rock and rock and roll, shock rock, whatever you want to call it. He had no limits or bounds to his artistic expression, and he made some of the most obscene, disturbing music of all time. But also some pretty amazing stuff as well. I can't remember exactly when I found him, but I came across "Bite It, You Scum" from which there's a lot of versions of it, but I think it was Hated in America or something like that, one of those ones. And I fell in love instantly. And I used to listen to his discography whenever I went out. I just listened to the whole thing. It was a bootleg at the time. I have a better one now. But it was pretty cool listening to all that. And his brother Merle has a good band, the Murder Junkies, and Gigi stuff with Anti-Scene and the AIDS Brigade. And even his early stuff, the Jabbers, is brilliant. He's played with so many bands, it's just too hard to get into, and a lot of them don't even matter because it was like one and done. But a few of them he did stick with. And then the next one is the Meatmen. They're probably the most humorous and lighthearted out of these bands, and they're labeled as punk, but I think it's kind of crossover. They've got a good sound to them, and instrumentals and stuff. Like their early stuff was very like raw punkish, like We're the Meatmen and You Suck. But later on, they kind of dabbled in other stuff, especially like Rock and Roll Juggernaut, which was like a piss take on the whole glam era, and then later stuff like Pope on a Rope. There's a lot of variation between the sounds, and then there was one song called "My Love Is Nailed to the Floor," I think, or I might be getting the track name wrong, but that was the main motif of the song. And yeah, this was it. They mentioned a band called the Mentors in that song, and instantaneously I was like, who are they? I have to check them out. And I did. I got a discography of them way back when, and I took it, and the first song I listened to was Rock'em Sock'em, or I believe it was the music video. I watched that first because I wanted a little taste, and holy shit, that changed my life. They're the Mentors, like El Duce, Sicky, and Dr. Heat Scum, as literally the three stooges of metal and punk. They're amazing. They're like the funniest fuckers of all time. And El Duce especially, he was on something. He was always on something eternally. He was a laugh. And a weird fact about him, he passed away the night I turned one, so usually on my birthday I feel sentimental about him. It wasn't like when I was literally born, it was when I turned one. That's when the whole thing happened. It's just sad, I wish he was still around, but Dr. Heat and Scum isn't, so is Sicky, because Fister and Insect on Acid, they're all still around. They're on social media and everything if you really want to get into contact with them. So, and for the Meatmen, Tesco V is amazing as well, and I find it funny that he was actually a teacher for a lot of his career. I can't remember what subject it was, but imagine having Tesco V as a teacher. So it goes, well, honestly, I put the Meatmen number 3, even though they introduced me to the Mentors. Then Gigi Allen and his associated bands, and finally the Mentors is number 1, my all-time favourite band. And it's some solo stuff by El Duce is actually playing right now. I was in the mood for Slave to Die Master. His solo stuff is insane. It's not just shock rock and punk that I like a lot of genres, and even here on YouTube I have the Metal Stash playlist, which has about 300 something songs I believe, and most of them are different artists. So like I just put in like whatever to keep track of it or show off and stuff. At the moment I've been really into death metal, a lot of different types of death metal. There's mainly brutal slamming death metal, slamming beatdown, and Wigger slam. Yeah, but I like old school death metal, and I like brutal, and I like a lot of different types. But slam has really spoken to me lately. I like crossover stuff like Blackened, Deathcore, all that stuff too, a little bit, but like not a huge amount. I don't seek it out. But yeah, I'm getting off track. Mainly this video is just to talk about my top 3 bands. And I did a little bit, and I didn't go too in depth. This isn't an analysis video or a deep dive or anything. And as well, 2 of those bands have a genre to them that I don't even think I could say on YouTube without nuking my channel. So if you're interested in the Mentors, the Meatmen, or GG Allin, just check them out. If you have a sense of humor and you like to have a laugh, they'll be good for you. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching.